This was my first ever studio setup. I saved every single penny from my part-time job to buy those speakers, that microphone, and that interface. And yes, that is a glass desk that they're sitting on. I'm sure all of my fellow mix engineers are cringing just looking at that. But that is exactly where I started my career within music. Nobody handed me a studio, nobody gave me a placement, nobody told me I was good enough to be in the room with the artists that I ended up working with. For most part, I figured it out right there in my bedroom. And if you're watching this, I think you can too. In fact, in full transparency, my first proper paid professional job in a music studio, I totally lied to get it, telling them that I was a professional engineer and yeah, I had experience and stuff. I had none, other than the time and effort I had put in my bedroom. In this video, I'm gonna explain how I went from zero to mixing records for artists like Notes, Gigs, Buju Banton, and even Black Sherif, and how it all started from my bedroom setup. No industry connections handed to me, just the craft, the grind, and a clear system. If you're new here, my name's Jocelin, mix engineer, producer, and content creator. I go by the name MixedByJocelin, and I've been working in the industry for over 10 years. And today we're gonna go back to the beginning, because if there's a question I get more than any other, is how do I actually start? So let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is no one's coming to give you a career in music. The bedroom engineer era is real. The tools exist, the internet exists, and the artists are actually looking for people that can deliver. But most people get stuck waiting for better gear, waiting to know enough, waiting for someone to notice them. I made my first proper mix on a copy of Logic I stole from my college and on headphones I bought from Amazon. And I'm not saying that's a flex. What I'm really saying is there's no real bar to entry with this. Your most important tool you've owned since birth, and that's your ears. The mindset shift is this: you don't get good and then start, you start and then get good. So from this point forward, you can call yourself an engineer. You just need to start acting like one. So let's talk about gear. I'm gonna be real with you and tell you what actually matters and what doesn't. Here's what you actually will need: a simple laptop or PC, Mac, whatever it is, that you can run a DAW on without it crashing. A DAW you can use, really that is down to you. My personal preference is Logic, and I also do use Pro Tools. But whatever DAW you use, learn that back to front. A pair of decent headphones. I rate, if you're just starting off, a pair of DT990 Pros. I think these are around £100. What is great for mixing is they're open back, which makes them amazing for mixing, not so good if you're going to be doing recording sessions. But these are a very good place to start for a pair of mixing headphones. And if possible, a budget interface like a Scarlett and a small pair of monitors. But headphones will definitely work from the start. What you don't need from day one is a perfectly treated room, £1,000 plus microphone, an SSL console, and a fancy desk. I have genuinely seen engineers submit mixes to major labels totally done in headphones. The room does matter, but the ears matter way more. Focus on training your ear first, and you can build your room later as you grow. The key investments from the beginning is your DAW and the stock plugins that come with it. Learn one compressor deeply, one EQ deeply. Don't plug in hop, get fluent. This is where most people get it wrong. They learn about mixing instead of learning mixing. Here's the system that actually works. Deconstructing records you love. Pull apart the songs within the genres that you want to work in. Listen on headphones, listen on speakers, listen in your car, and ask yourself, where is the kick sitting? How wide is the vocal? What's happening in the low end? Train your ear before you touch a fader. Mix everything, even bad stems. There are hundreds of stem packs online. Official ones from artists, sample packs, And you can even get them by entering competitions from websites like engineers.com and soundbetter.com. Mix them again, mix them badly, then fix them. Repetition is crucial. Get feedback ruthlessly. Don't just post your mixes and then hop offline. Find communities, Discord servers, Reddit, forums, engineers you admire. Ask particular questions. Does my low end translate? Is my vocal too forward? Vague questions get vague answers. Reference consistently. Every single mix I do, I am comparing it against 2 or 3 other professional records within the same genre. Your ears can trick you. References keep your ears honest. When it comes to professional mixing, I wasn't really professionally trained. I didn't come up underneath a professional engineer or worked in a major studio. A lot of what I pride myself on about my mixes came from reverse engineering the mixes from others I love and making mistakes on real sessions with real consequences and just being obsessed with improvement, wanting to be the best engineer I could be. Okay, cool. So you're getting better, but how do you actually start making money? Step 1, build a small but credible portfolio. You don't need 50 mixes, you just need 5 great ones. Mix your own music, mix your friends' music, offer to mix for up and coming artists for free or cheap. Just start to build a body of work. Step 2, be everywhere online. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, show your process. Show a before and after of a vocal chain. Talk about how you approach your mix. The engineers that are getting clients today aren't just good, they're visible. I've built a serious portion of my network through creating content, and it has definitely helped me land some of my biggest credits. Step 3, make the most of the platforms available to you. SoundBetter and engineers.com are great platforms that can help you get in touch with your community and offer out your services. And don't be too precious about them. These are pipelines for you to actually get real clients. One of my close friends, Ohad, who is now arguably one of the most sought after mastering engineers in the business, started his career on a platform just like these. Step 4, deliver like a professional every single time. Respond quickly, meet deadlines, send a clean version, send the stems back properly labeled, and communicate clearly. The technical stuff will get you hired once. The professionalism gets you hired again and again. My first proper credit didn't come because I was the most technically gifted. It came because I was reliable, I communicated clearly, and the artist trusted me. That trust is the real currency. Here's something they don't tell you when you first start. The engineering is the foundation, but the brand is what actually makes the career. MixedByJocelin isn't just a watermark, it's a positioning statement. Every piece of content I put out, every collab I do, every brand deal, it all labors back to a clear identity. And that identity opens doors that pure technical skill alone wouldn't do. Think about your niche. Are you the bedroom engineer that specializes in UK Afrobeat, or the one who does pristine acoustic mixes, or the one that can explain technical techniques in plain English? You don't have to know it all on day one, but start to think about what you want to be known for. Build the skill, build the portfolio, build the brand in that order. Look, I started from my bedroom, and in full transparency, this is a much nicer studio than what I first started with, but it's still a shed in the back of my garden. The industry doesn't care where you work from, it cares what you deliver. So on that note, if this video has helped you, leave a comment below and let me know where you are in your journey, whether you're just starting off or you're already well on your way in your mixing career. I read every single comment. And subscribe if you haven't done already. I drop videos about everything to do with engineering, with studio tours, plugin reviews, podcasts, you name it, on a weekly basis. And if you want to go deeper on any of the stuff we've spoken about today, let me know in the comments and I'll try and make a video on that. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Safe. Boom.